So Apple has a very good lineup of MacBooks and Mac desktops that you can choose from. So if you want to buy a Mac or a MacBook but you're not so sure which one to go for, you've come to the right video. In this video, I'll take you through the current lineup of all the Apple computers. I'll tell you about the features, the pricing, and I'll let you know who should be buying each one of these specific computers. So by the end of this video, you should be able to decide which Mac is best for you. This video is part of my Apple Buyer's Guide series of videos that I've created. So if you want to buy an iPhone or you want to buy an Apple Watch or an iPad, be sure to look on the description. There will be links to those other videos. So let's get started. So there are basically two categories of Apple computers. There are MacBooks and there are desktops. So I've split this video into two parts. The first part we are going to look at MacBooks, and the other part we are going to look at desktops. Just like most Apple products, there are standard MacBooks or standard Macs, and then there are Pro MacBooks and Pro Macs. But we'll get into more details as we go through each one of these computers. So let's start with MacBooks. So the first MacBook that we're going to look at, it is the most affordable and I believe it is the most popular, and that is the MacBook Air. There are three variants of the MacBook Air. So there's a MacBook Air 13-inch which has an M1 chip. There's a MacBook Air 13-inch which has an M2 chip, and then the last one is the newly released MacBook Air 15-inch that has an M2 chip as well. The M1 MacBook Air has slightly thicker bezels as compared to the newer MacBook Airs with the M2 chips that have slimmer bezels that have some sort of a notch there on top. So who should be buying the MacBook Air? Well, the MacBook Air is most popular for students and or anyone who wants to do light tasks such as daily web browsing, checking emails, watching videos and movies, and sometimes because the M2 has a bit more power, you can also do a bit of video editing as well. So MacBook Air is perfect for any day-to-day tasks. And in terms of the pricing for the MacBook Air M1 chip is going to start from 17,000 rands. And then the M2 13-inch MacBook is going to start from 24,000 rands. And then the bigger 15-inch MacBook is going to start from somewhere around 31,000 rands. And now let's talk about the MacBook Pro. So there are also three variants of the MacBook Pro. There is the MacBook Pro 13-inch which has a standard M2 chip. And then there is a MacBook Pro 14-inch and a MacBook Pro 16-inch. For these two, you can choose between the M2 Pro chip or the M2 Max chip. So who should be buying the MacBook Pro? Obviously, this is for pro users who do video editing, music production, programming, and stuff like that. Especially people who are on the move, people who want to be able to just grab the MacBook and then go somewhere with it. It's also good for people who prefer to work maybe in coffee shops or people who travel a lot, so it comes in handy because it is portable, you can easily travel with it. And in terms of pricing for the MacBook Pro, the 13-inch MacBook Pro that has an M2 chip is going to start you at 31,000 rands. And the 14-inch MacBook Pro is going to cost you approximately 50,000 rands. And then the last one, which is the 16-inch MacBook Pro, starts from 60,000 rands. But if you say that is too much, there are also M1 versions of the same MacBook. So the 13-inch, 14-inch and 16-inch, there are M1 versions for that, where you can save about 6,000 rands or so on each one of those. So you can also look at those as an option if you are on some sort of a budget. And now onto the desktop, starting off with the most affordable desktop, and that is the Mac Mini. So the Mac Mini is a portable desktop with a minimalistic design. What I like about the Mac Mini is that you only get the desktop and then you can go out there and then buy your own custom accessories. So you get to choose your own type of keyboard that you like. So if you are into mechanical keyboards, which are nice, retro and stylish, or if you like Dell keyboards, which can give you more functionality, or even Apple's Magic accessories, then you can just opt for whatever you like. Same goes with the monitor. You can choose a monitor that you like. If you like curved monitors, if you like 4K or 8K or 42-inch monitors, whatever you like. So I also use a Mac Mini myself, and I'm using a Dell gaming monitor that has up to 165 refresh rate. So that is the good thing about a Mac Mini. You get to choose which accessories you want to use. So there are two variants of the Mac Mini. There's a Mac Mini M2 and then there's a Mac Mini M2 Pro. So I made an unboxing video of my Mac Mini M2. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out. I'll include the link on the description below. So I'd say the Mac Mini M2 is good for content creators who want to have custom accessories, as I've mentioned earlier on. So you can do some video editing, even 4K video editing, and some programming as well. And in terms of pricing, the base model Mac Mini M2 starts from just about 14,000 rands. But remember, you have to also buy accessories such as your keyboard, your mouse, and then also your monitor as well. And then next on the desktops, we have the Mac Studio. Just like what Apple calls it, the Mac Studio is a true powerhouse. So the Mac Studio looks more like the Mac Mini in terms of the design, but it is bigger, so it's almost like it's 2 or 3 Mac Minis stacked. And because it's bigger than the Mac Mini, so it has more ports as compared to the Mac Mini. And in terms of who should be buying the Mac Studio is for pro users who want all the power and who want to be able to have their own custom accessories such as your 4K or 5K monitor and stuff like that. And especially people who say we want all the power but we don't have the budget to buy the Mac Pro, which is what we are going to talk about next. And now onto the Mac Pro. So the Mac Pro is the biggest, the most powerful, and the most expensive Mac desktop out there. The Mac Pro, when it is fully spec'd, it can go up to around 800,000. Yes, you heard me right, 800,000 rands, which is a price that you can pay for the new Golf 8 GTI, right? Now you'll have to think carefully on this one. Do you want the Golf 8 GTI or do you want a fully spec'd Mac Pro? I'd say take your time on this one and make the right decision. So who should be buying this Mac Pro? Well, it's people who own big movie production studios and people who have a lot of 8K monitors or 4K monitors that they would like to link up, and people who want to do intense, heavy 8K or 4K video editing, people who want to see accurate colors, and people who want to be able to expand their desktops and put on like GPUs and other extra cards that you can put on there. And I hear that other people also use this as some sort of a mini network server. And on to the last desktop, and that is the iMac. The iMac is an all-in-one desktop with a lot of color options that can basically match your office or your room space. I think this Mac is good as a centralized computer that everyone around the house can have access to, so you can place it maybe in your living room. Hence I spoke about the color options there, so that it has a touch or the color that matches the touch of your entire space. So this should be a desktop that you can just put there in the living room and everyone can have access to. And that is it. So we've come to the end of this video. Those are all the available Apple computers that you can buy brand new right now. So let me know in the description which one you'll be going for. Don't forget to like and to subscribe on this channel for more similar content. I'll catch you on the next video.